Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity gossip, reality TV. Welcome to Plathville, 90 Day Fiance. What else did I squeeze in this weekend? An Nicole Smith documentary from 2020. And of course, Jeff Lewis, I was about to say Jeff Lewis, etc. Jeff Lewis Extended. How are you? Get comfortable in comments. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. We love to hear where you're from, what you love to watch, what podcasts are your favorite, all the things, any celebrity gossip, and we always leave room for questions at the very end. Okay, let's get into it. So much. I still do not feel 1,000%. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was going to go to the gym Saturday, and Friday night I was like, turn off my reminder for that. Like, I'm just not feeling it. I thought I would go on a walk this morning. Then it started raining. I was like, I am not myself because I'm giving myself any excuse not to work out possible. So anyways, it's just my energy. You know what I mean? Like, how long is this going to last? Like, don't feel like I have the same energy I always have. Okay, let's get started in my disappointment in Kathy freaking Hilton. Y'all know Kathy follows me. I don't know why, but I love it. She got on my Instagram live one day, was chatting in comments. We were all saying hi to her, asking her if she would ever come on Jeff Lewis Live. She said yes. I was dying. I think it's too early for her. Why she didn't give me a heads up? I'm joking, of course, but it was very last minute, this charity tag sale that she hosted at her Bel Air home. Yes, the home we see on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, inside and out. I think, isn't this where Paris got married too? I mean, I watched that documentary. I should know this. Paris in Love or whatever it was called. I feel like she got married in her mom's backyard. Anyways, it looked amazing. All the floral, all the things. They were doing puppy donations. It was Saturday and Sunday. I was like, oh my gosh. So I posted and she reposted me. And then she commented and said, because of course I joked about hopping on the Southwest plane, which I was kind of like, my weekend's open. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I should hop over to Bel Air, right? I mean, pew! I did not. I had restraint. I am too cheap to think about what the ticket would have cost me last minute. But anyways, I hope it went great. If any of you went, a couple of you DM me and saying that you were going. So I was like, y'all have to let me know how it was. I guess you bought a ticket for it, but I kind of almost thought it'd be a little more exclusive. Like, I don't know, just to make, I'm assuming there was like security and stuff, but just, I don't know. It was all outside in our backyard. Anyways, while I was in the pool yesterday, lounging a little bit, I love listening to my Jeff Lewis archives. I was listening to one from Dr. Donna. I'm going to have you guess in comments. Okay, we'll do a guessing. We'll do a game, as Andy Cohen likes to do a game. How long, if you know, how long was Dr. Donna married for? She's only been married once. She has 3 adult children, 2 boys and 1 girl. We know one of her sons sadly passed away very suddenly. Sometime last year. It was around this time-ish because when was it? All I remember is that she and Mercedes and Jeff was promoting this like weekend retreat type thing. Obviously that ended up getting canceled because this had happened, but I don't know. I was fascinated how long she was married. What? I have no idea what Oz Worlds is posted. Okay. Also another thing that I'd heard, but I'd forgotten about, Chaz Dean was not born Chaz Dean. Before I say it, can anyone guess in comments what his legal first name is? He changed it when he was 19 years old. The reason he changed it is kind of fascinating. He was a hairstylist. Somebody in that hair salon, or maybe in the business, he didn't really say, had the same exact first and last name as him. Somebody just got it right. Y'all are getting it right. Jeffrey Dean is his legal name. So he changed it. They said, look, this is going to mix people up, almost like a celebrity. Like I think celebrities, if you're big, well, if they're part of that MDS, whatever that thing is, if you're part of the SAG thing, I think it is, you can't have the same name because they'll get, everyone will get mixed up. What are y'all talking about? Kelly Dodd's daughter got robbed in Paris. That's awful. I know she just got moved in for college, right? So, um, anyways, that is not a way to start off your out of the country, only child going away to college. So prayers to her, and I really hope everything is okay. The least I hope she was just stole her purse or something. But anyways, that's awful. Anyways, thanks for letting me know. But he had to change his name because it was going to get mixed up. So his name was Jeffrey Dean, and he thought, you know what? If I can be anything I want to be, I'm going to be Chaz Dean. And obviously, I don't know. Doesn't he look like a Chaz? He looks like a Jeffrey too. I could see him as a distinguished Jeffrey, not a Jeff, but as a Jeffrey. Anyways, okay, I did watch this Nicole Smith documentary. It was on 2020, I think in 2020, like literally 2020, the TV show did it, but I think it's 4 years old because Danny Lynn was much younger. So I kind of wanted to see a Poland Patrick on, and they weren't at all. So I thought that was a little bit interesting because we know, well, my book is up there. They wrote a book and they were in the that reality TV show that she had, the Nicole Smith show. Anyways, very sad the way she passed away and everything. And obviously her son, Daniel, passed away at 20 years old. As she's delivered, after she had given birth to Danny Lynn. And then she, of course, passed away 5 months later. But it was crazy the way it all happened. Oh, that's funny. Do I drink out of the Jeff mug? I never have. I think my kids surprised me with that. They bought it on Etsy, and I was like, y'all, don't be buying unofficial merch. Like literally go to jefflewis.com, But anyways, they got it off Etsy. I do not drink it. Hello from Canada. Hello from California. Hello, Chumpettes. Hello. How are you? Okay, so Bethany Frankel, my girl, she did a video explaining how complicated and how expensive the trademark situation is. So if y'all have heard of this Jules Lebron, she is been on social media apparently for like 11 years. I had never heard of her. She makes this video August 5th, literally 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, August 5th, because of course I did a deep dive yesterday and scrolled down her TikTok to just see what kind of general content she made. So she is transitioning to a woman, and she mostly does makeup videos. She talks about her $2,500 wig. This is past videos. She talks about sweating a lot. So this is beauty deals. And then she talked about going for an interview, and then she got a second interview, and then she got the job. So she lives in the Chicago area. She got, uber famous, like 2 million followers now on TikTok alone, because she made this now like 47 million people viewed TikTok about saying like, I don't do my makeup like other people. When I go to work, I'm demure, I'm mindful, I'm, cutesy. So many celebrities are making, duets of this video, all the things. So I did catch over the weekend before it was deleted. She had made a video on TikTok where she's just sobbing. She's traveling. She's taking advantage of all the things. She's showing herself at Netflix. She's making these ad deals. She's talking about helping her best friend and maybe helping her mom. All the things that she's dreamed of being able to do as a content creator is now all coming true. But we had seen that this legal name had trademarked all those terms. And apparently they had beat her to the punch, and they were going to now make the money on it. So she does this video as she's traveling, and she's just sobbing. She's like, all this work. I thought I had all my ducks in a row, and now this happens, and now I'm going to be whatever. So I read the comments. People were actually very helpful, which was true because Bethany Frankel explained it again. Basically, there's domestic rules of trademarking in different segments of trademarking, and then there's international rules. So there's very different ways of trademarking and merchandise or beauty or swimwear, or you have to be very specific. Very expensive. Bethany explained it all. I made a video to explain it, to chat about that, but I don't know. I mean, unless someone's helping her out, I sort of wonder if Jules Lebron would have the money up front to pay for this. Like, now I'm sort of curious if it's true what Bethany says, it's like tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, maybe that's her super expensive attorneys that she keeps on retainer, but I would hope that Jules is now getting the help to fight, I think, this trademark, because apparently if she owns the phrases, which Bethany very much explained the difference between words, you can't just trademark the word skinny. So she created the word skinny girl as one word. So she has trademarked skinny girl in all these different ways, popcorn and salad dressing and whatever else. It was actually very informative. So go Bethany Frankel. I also wonder if Bethany Frankel got thank you, Damimsta 23 made it on the live. Hello, welcome. Thank you, Lisa. You changed your name. Y'all, Lisa found out how to change her name. Thank you. Tap the screen on TikTok for me. Thank you so much, Lisa, for encouraging that. I appreciate it. Anyways, I can absolutely see Jules herself sitting down at the Hamptons with Bethany Frankel being interviewed on her podcast. I'm just calling it. I'm so here for it. I would actually watch it for sure. Speaking of watching things, I binged a lot this weekend. It was a glorious weekend on my back, watching a bunch of TV or back in the backyard where I was listening to Jeff Lewis archives. I caught up on 90 Day Fiance the other way, season 6. Sarper and Shekinah. I mean, they've got to be the most beautiful yet grossest couple ever. Shekinah meets with Sarp. Sarper is the one that brags about having sexy time. Hey, Pola 2, how are you on Instagram? He is the one that brags about having sexy time with over 2,500 ladies. Yes, he is certainly cute. He's definitely got a chiseled. He's definitely got the body. But he does not have the furniture. His apartment was disgusting. His bed, his headboard was so gross when she first met him. Like, much less admitting you've been with 2,500 women. And he even had like I don't think he put their names. He did like a tally mark. I'm not even kidding. I think he still has it. He's like into numbers and stuff. Anyway, she meets with his ex-girlfriend, and the ex-girlfriend is warning Shekinah. Of course, she doesn't take I think they're still together. So one that's not together are some of my favorites. So Statler and, oh God, what is Statler's girlfriend? Dempsey? Statler and Dempsey. They are not together. But they're in like England. They rent this, or maybe they own it, this van, and they're going to live in this van. But when Statler gets over there, she was just kind of not very nice to Dempsey. Dempsey's like standing there. I mean, I think Statler is cuter. No. Okay, Statler has really pretty skin, like amazing skin and eyes. Her personality is quirky at best. Dempsey, oh my God, she looks like the queen. I mean, she looks like any girl would want to be in a relationship with her. And Statler was so rude to her when she got there, just standing there like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this right now. And Dempsey was like, well, I could at least hug you no matter how tired I was. Like, I'm so excited to be with you. Obviously, they've since broken up. I did catch a TikTok this morning that somebody, I forget the creator's names. They're really big on TikTok. They had recorded part of Statler's TikTok live, and she was basically talking about TLC using writers to do their information. And sorry, my Instagram comments were scrolling up. Using writers basically to make the to make like who's going to be the villains of the show and all that kind of stuff. It didn't sound like that. It sounded like producers to me. I do think reality TV shows maybe have writers, and maybe they shouldn't. But I think it's more producers that are, I don't know. There's another girl, the girl that was selling her farts for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and she got like sick from it. Whatever that girl's name is from 90 Day Fiance, she goes TikTok live a lot and is kind of trying to give all the behind the scenes, like, how they do them wrong almost. Libby says, okay, tell us in comments on TikTok. Libby says Statler was on a live and spilled so much tea. Okay, tell us what she spilled. Hey Robin, I see you over on TikTok. Hello. No, Dede. We have not covered Jeff in Hawaii and his dad. Yeah, well, we talked about that on Friday because that's when they went. So that's on Friday's show. But TikTok doesn't put the replays up, so you have to watch my podcast somewhere else. FaceTime, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or listen to it as a podcast at Sarah from Texas. Wait, what? You are disappointing me about my girl Dempsey. Dempsey stole the van that Statler paid for and took off. Statler's now out $20,000. Okay, every time I stumble across Statler's TikTok lives, they're kind of boring. So I guess I'm going to have to wait 5 or 10 minutes and see if she gets anything exciting. Oh my gosh. I also think I stumble across, whose TikTok live did I stumble across? Oh, the girls from the mom and daughters that on TLC that look like sisters. The ones that do the pageants from like Connecticut, and she was going to maybe move to New York City. They have beautiful blue eyes. The daughter was on live yesterday. And of course, the mom, who is so whatever. And she's got 2 other daughters. I always wonder, like, how do your other daughters feel? Because you make it seem like this one girl is your only kid ever. So anyway, she had to get in the mix, but and then the daughter, whatever her name is, started to tell us a story about app dating on the apps or something. And the mom's in the background going, "Don't spill too much." And so then the daughter was like, "Oh, well, I guess I have to go." And I'm like, "Well, bye. Like, if you're not going to spill it on a TikTok live, why are you TikTok live?" Anyways, okay. Speaking of spilling it, I caught up. I deserve a freaking medal. If you have watched Welcome to Plathville from season 1 and you're still with it on season 6, congratulations. I was going to cuss, but I don't even know. I forgot how to say it because I try not to cuss on TikTok. Anyways, congratulations. You know what I mean? It is so freaking boring. These people are so, just pulling at straws to have a storyline. The mom, Kim, is just living on some weird boat that doesn't drive. And she's got 3 teenager daughters. And she's making, it loses electricity every morning. I'm like, what? They go and bathe in this community bath. Like, it's almost like they're camping, but on water. There's so much to it. The dad, Barry, is just weird and the kids are weird. But I stumbled across something that nobody had let me know about. Y'all had let me know that Kim had a DUI a couple years ago and it never comes up on the show. Somehow it's, not put out. Like TLC is doing a good job of not letting that information come out. But this awful news that one of their sons, when he was 17 months old, they have this farm. And at that point, I think they had 5 kids, 5, 6. Let me think. Must have had 6, whatever it was. They had a lot of kids already, little kids. These kids are like 15 months apart. They're very close in age. And she accidentally ran over and killed her 17-month-old son. So, of course, they all saw it. All the kids saw it. All the things. It just, I don't know. I don't want to say, it did make me feel differently, because I think any mom in family that has been through such a horrific tragedy, you can't even imagine the nightmares, the daytime nightmares that must live in all of their brains, but especially that mom. So anyways, I stumbled across it because I wanted to see the kids' ages and what they are, because I know there's one, Hosanna, that is barely at all on the show. So yeah, Melanie says 8 kids. They actually have 9, but she's given birth to 10 because this little baby that passed away. So there's 8 on the show, but some just are on more than others. Like if you look at the season 6 picture, it's Olivia. I'm like, you're the ex, get out, do your own show, do your own story, whatever. You're so boring, you and your sister. And you're so rude, in my opinion, to Ethan. It's a picture of Ethan. It's a picture of maybe Mariah, and then maybe, is it the mom? And it's very few people on the season 6 cast picture. Yet all of them so far, even the 3 little girls, Isaac, he's like 18, he's not on there that much. And Micah's girlfriend, Veronica, okay, spoiler alert, Micah's girlfriend, who they've shown the inside of the house. They've shown her voice, her hair, her body, the side of her face. I mean, she finally walks out and we see her. So it wasn't all that impressive. It almost seemed like she seemed real comfortable with being on camera. Like she's sitting in the camera and in the couch and stuff. She basically says, look, if I was going to keep, experiencing things with the family, I realized I had to get on camera, because things like that Spartan like mud run that most of the family did. Oh, thank you, Zuba. Welcome, Zuba. That mud run that they did, she didn't do it because she knew all the other family would post on social media. Well, no, all you got to do is say, look, I don't want to be in a picture. I don't want to be in a video. Like, make it clear, like, it's not that difficult. But whatever. Did she excite me that she came on? No, not really, because I just think I almost think she was more dramatic with being like, I'm not going to be seen. Well, we see the outside of your house. We see the inside of your house. We see your hair. We see your face. We see your body. We hear your voice. Like, we know you're dating Micah. Like, anyone can figure out anything. Like, Jeff Lewis sleuths, reality TV sleuths are amazing. Matter of fact, speaking of sleuths, somebody sent, or I don't know when they sent it, but I woke up this morning to an Instagram DM and somebody's like, I'm sure somebody's already sent this to you, but here you go. It's freaking Andy Cohen's brand new apartment, the penthouse that he's been renovating for like the last year that he's moving into. I mean, the inside picture's not what it looks like now, but apparently somebody lived in the house or the apartment for 36 years before, and he's renovating. So it's a beautiful apartment. Then they sent me like, I don't know if it was the deed, but it was like the former owner's house name, Andy's house. And I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, oh yeah, people, this is so easy to look up. And I'm like, okay, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, I am probably, first of all, it doesn't dawn on me. Yes, I know he's talked about moving. Yes, I know his apartment now is sort of quietly listed with Ryan Serhant. We know about that. We know what he paid for one of the apartments. We know it's 4 apartments put in one. All the things. But I'm like, I don't even know what part of New York he lives in. Date of birth records. It's easy, Zuba said. See, it just doesn't even, I mean, as much as I used to be called Jeff Lewis Stalker as my Instagram name, I'm not a stalker. Like, it doesn't even, I don't even think of that stuff. Like, I guess because it doesn't really interest me. But yeah, it was fun to look at the pictures. You know what I mean? Like, well, yeah. Melanie says, poor Andy didn't want it public where his new apartment is. I think he talks about where he lives and what restaurants are right near his house. I think he lets people know where he lives. I mean, I think he knows people are going to figure it out. But anyways, I just thought it was funny because I was like, no, like, nobody's ever sent this to me before. When I tell you, when Jeff announced, or I guess it was like Entertainment Tonight or whatever it was that announced when Jeff had bought which house? Let me think. The house he's renovating. Okay. Because remember, the house he's living in now, he now owns, but he was renting. So now he owns that house. But I mean, y'all had sent me like the link to all the pictures and like the interior. I was like, oh my gosh, like y'all are on it. Oh, DOB is Department of Building, Zuba says. Zuba lives in Brooklyn, right? Don't you live in Brooklyn? Anyways, oh, and it came on last night. Freaking part 5 of the tell-all of Happily Ever After. I mean, Lauren and Alex are so, I don't know. I can't tell if I like them or not. Like, you know, a lot of them have kids. Not all of them together, I should say. Like Jasmine has kids, but they're in another country. Anyways, several of the couples there have kids. And Alex and Lauren, I thought very nicely was like, hi, you know, we want to tell y'all bye. We got to get on a plane. Alex has to work tomorrow. We got to get good our babies. You know, I guess, I don't know who was babysitting, but, you know, she had to go get the 3 little ones. And they gave her so much crap for that. Basically like saying, you know, you think you're better than us. It was mostly, who was it? Thais and freaking Sophie, Rob's wife, which I don't think they're together in real life either. I thought it seemed fake. I was like, what do y'all care? It was weird, but I just can't. I mean, TLC needs to give us a breather. Like already, The Other Way is already going on. Already this weekend is going to be a new one of, wait, which one is coming this weekend? Something new is coming this weekend. It's not The Single Life. Anyways, another one starts Sunday. I'm just like, oh my God. 10 hours of tell-all. 10 hours. Like, y'all need to cut this down. But you know what? I watch it all. I feel like if I miss 5 minutes, I'm going to miss the best part. So anyways, yeah, we're done talking about Plathville. No video on last Friday for Jeff Lewis Live. Oh, because they were in Hawaii. That's why. So no video. Also, that pre-tape that he did with Jamie and, oh my God, who was it? Jamie Kennedy and who else? Anyways, there's video on that, but no commercial breaks because, you know, they had pre-recorded it. So there's no exact commercial break because it wasn't live. So anyway, just a little Jeff Lewis video update for you. Who is split up? See, Lisa loves pillow talk. That's one of the reasons. Okay, that's one of the reasons Sophie, no, that's one of the reasons, I'm sorry, Thais, I think, is mad at Lauren because Lauren said something about her husband and the brother-in-law on Pillow Talk, and she's pissed. And she's like, but it's my job on Pillow Talk to talk about the show. It's also her job to say a little catty stuff or a little bit bitchy, right? I mean, we don't want everybody going, oh my gosh, I love them so much. Ooh, you know, rainbows and rainbows and unicorns, not dinosaurs. So I think Lauren was doing her job, but then they were being so rude to her. So rude. Anyways, have I gotten better about saying anyways? I feel like I have. Please tell me I have. Give me a thumbs up in comments if I have. I will be so happy. Okay, let's chat about today's Jeff Lewis. It's Cynthia Bailey and Colton Underwood. Why do we get Colton Underwood mixed up with Tyler Cameron? Like, I think even on a commercial break recently, one of them, Jeff or somebody, said that Colton Underwood was on soon. And they said something about Tyler. And they said, oh, is he the one that's having a baby? And he was like, no. Like, that's Colton Underwood. I think it's because they're both like, are they both ex-football players? You know, real, but also Colton was a straight man when he was on The Bachelor. So everyone still has that, like, hold on, let me take a deep breath. Now he's married to a man, having a baby, you know, has a podcast named Daddy Hood or something. Daddy Hood? Anyways, so cute. I liked them. I don't know that I like them together. I sort of wish that, oh, I haven't stopped saying it. Okay, well, at least you're honest. At least you're honest. Okay. But Colton is having a baby in October with his husband. So his mom was there, but his mom is apparently just videoing or visiting. She'll be back again very soon. Jeff, for some reason, I thought they were staying Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I thought they were staying 4 nights. I think he said yesterday they flew in late last night. So I don't know, but whatever it was, they returned before the hurricane. Y'all that are, productive, responsible chump listeners, watch the news, had known that a hurricane was heading for Hawaii. Did it move or did it hit? Is it hitting is it hitting Hawaii now? Who knows? Wait, what, Zuba? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Susie Ford Walker on TikTok says, OMG, I've noticed myself. I say anyway so much now. Yeah. I definitely, even like Andy Cohen says, even he says phrases. I mean, I listen to Andy Cohen for an hour, 4 times a week, and then I listen to him on Watch What Happens Live, which I think he speaks differently on Watch What Happens Live, but I think it's more his natural way. But you pick up the way like podcasters speak or the way Andy Cohen speaks. You pick up those little phrases like, you know, uh, on accident, like you don't mean to, you know what I mean? Here's you then says Teddy. Oh, don't compare me to Teddy Mellencamp. Teddy keeps saying anyways on her podcast now. Is she listening to you? Ha! Oh, I doubt it. I mean, I'm sure she's busy. Thank you, Laura. That's so sweet. It's our problem, not yours. We can choose to ignore it. So it's all I know. Oh no. Ever since someone brought anyways to my attention, it's all I notice, and it's like nails on a chalkboard, but I adore you, so I can ignore it. I'm sure you will work it out. I do try, but it's like when you bite your lip or your the side of your mouth and you think, oh my God, let me be careful. That is the next time you bite the crap out of it. You know what I mean? Like crazy. Okay. Y'all know I love me some Southwest Airlines. Jeff Lewis does not. He always has a board, like a literal seat, like a, 2A, 3C, whatever all of the seats are on the fancy things. But even they have problems because today he was talking about the pre-board scam. And it got so many callers riled up because they called in to basically say, look, I do this, but here's my but. You know what I mean? A lot of it though or some of it, I guess, is what Jeff said. You can't see the anxiety. You can't see the medical issues in front. Some of it, what I don't understand is I would almost rather board. Well, no. Okay. If you have a seat, Southwest is different. But I guess all of them have this pre-board situation where you can get on early if you don't want people like stressing out. But if you already have a seat, you know exactly where to go. You know that if you have a carry-on, it's going to be above you or near you. I mean, I'm on a free-for-all. I am on like the wild, wild west of Southwest Airlines. Like I am lining up with people that don't give a shit about the number. Like I'll be 37, B37, and they're like, yeah, I'm C59. Who cares? We're all going to the same place. No, we're not. I mean, yes, we are, but I've got a number and I am getting in that freaking number because that's the rules and that's what I'm doing. But Southwest, I've noticed they have family boarding for 6 and under. Absolutely. I've seen kids that are not 6 and under, not under age 6. They also, and Doug has admitted this, to just kind of go, what's the excuse Doug gives? I forget what he gives. Is it anxiety or something? I don't even think you have to give a reason. You can, like, in 2024, you don't have to give a reason. So you can just walk up there. Yes, in 2025, Mindy says Southwest is changing to assigned seats, but that's a long way from now. And we don't know what part of 2025 they're doing it. So I also think it's probably going to cost more, which means I don't know if I'll stick with Southwest. Like the thing is, most of us get stuck on our rewards program, and that's where I'm at. So Southwest doesn't have these fancy little, VIP, food places, whatever those things are called, the fancy, things in the airports. I don't really care about that. I have been in them before and it's nice. I think if I was famous and not like Jeff, or especially if I had my kids with me and just wanted to get a little bit more secluded, I would want it, but also for the free food. But they're never going to have that. Like, I say never. They don't have that now. But I want to line up an order. I want to know that if I'm on row C or row 3, whatever, somebody from 19 isn't bum rushing up to the front. But the fact that I know that this happens on what I call the fancy airplanes too, I'm like, okay, like it happens to the best of us. I sort of love when Sarah Colonna was like, I kind of stick my foot out and trip them. Like, yes, the lounge within the lounge within the lounge, as Doug would say. Like, I didn't even know about that before Doug. Like, seriously. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Jennifer said I had expensive camo pants on and black boots, and they said, Miss, you're military. You can board now. I could have died. Did you board or did you say I'm not military? Did you just go with it? That's hilarious. Yes, military. If you have a kid age 6 or under with you, but it's only one adult that can do it. So it's not like, if 17 are flying and you've got one little kid, they're very adamant that you can't all board. So anyways, that's kind of funny. Okay, Oscar and Sam. Like before I even got to the show, I chatted with a chumpette on the phone about, she's pissed. She's pissed at Jeff. So then I knew I was going to listen, but I was about 5 minutes behind. Hadn't gotten to it yet. So Jeff brings up to Oscar again, because Sam is only there. So Sam is there on Tuesdays. So tomorrow, when Oscar stays and does John Hill's radio show, okay? The news, or is it? No, John Hill Live is what it's called now, which it should be. Used to be the news with John Hill, used to be something about his emotions. Like, what was that one called? Like soft. What was that one called? It was called something even before that. So it's been a different personalities of his show. Anyways, you talk about when Oscar and Sam went speed dating the last time and if he feels bad, basically saying he effed over his friend. I don't think he did. First of all, none of the people, okay, don't forget, Sam didn't match with anyone. Sam has been on speed dating 6 different times and never matched with someone. So apparently the way speed dating works is you have to say, I like number 4 and number 6. Number 4 and 6 also have to say, I like Sam. If you don't both, then they don't give you their emails to exchange phone numbers or to exchange, to get together. So they were making all these excuses saying, well, no one even checks email anymore. Well, yeah, they do. I mean, if you're going to speed dating, they want to meet someone. So I think they gave the email address when they signed up. It's not like they can just give an old, Hotmail email address, from years ago. All these people are young. They wouldn't even know what Hotmail was. But is Oscar wrong? I mean, he's like, I feel like Jeff keeps kind of going off, especially saying that he effed over a friend. Like, I think that's a bit harsh. I think Oscar doesn't want to think that fans or friends or his family is thinking that Jeff really thinks this about him. I feel like it's more the kind of the gloating, as Shane said, of like kind of being like braggish. But at the end of the day, Sam and Oscar had made an agreement. Hey, what are we going to do if we both match with the same girl? They had kind of talked about it, all the things, but they're going to another singles mixer together. So they've kind of hashed it out. Everything's fine. I don't know. I just thought it was a bit harsh. Lisa says, I feel like Andy's always screaming or talking very loud on Watch What Happens Live. More so than Andy Cohen Live. I feel like on Andy Cohen Live, it's the morning. He's more just waking up. He's kind of like taking a breather. He's usually walked his kids to school when they're in school. So yes, tell me what you think. Here's whether it's live or the replay. Always tell me what you think in comments. Here's You Then says Jeff needs to leave Oscar alone. They were close months ago and now it's messy. I do feel it's changed a little bit. Like I used to see them a little chitter chatter on the commercial breaks a little more, and I just don't feel like it's the same anymore. But I mean, honestly, once Jeff goes off on you, it's like people start thinking differently about you. And I think Oscar is maybe getting mean DMs. Maybe I'm just guessing, but maybe chump listeners are thinking differently about him because of what Jeff is saying. And then Oscar's maybe getting all that crap. You know what I mean? Oh, Christina says this is okay. What does Jeff call it? Where he's like passive aggressive, where he's displacing his anger. Christina says, I feel Jeff is being petty towards Oscar because Oscar chose to work with John Hill. But I feel like it's a no-brainer. Like this is better for him. And like Oscar is getting his college degree in something radio production or something. So he needs all the step ups, just being a phone answer or whatever they call him. Like, no, he's freaking 27 years old. You don't just be the person that answers the phone. He knows how to run the board, just like senior producer Jameson does. So if given the opportunity, he needs to run the board on John Hill's show on Tuesdays, just like he got the thing. Yeah. Libby says, I don't care for the Oscar and Sam drama, in quotes. I know, like Jeff's brought it up a couple of times now, and I'm always kind of surprised. I'm like, I thought we were done with that. Like, why are you bringing that up again? Lacey J says, I think the whole thing is a joke about Oscar and Sam. Oscar talked about it on a live on Saturday. Okay. So Oscar's Instagram is Oscar the Voice. And a couple of y'all sent me. So when someone is live, you can share the live. People do this with TikTok too. And then if it's over, you miss it. Like there's no, unless he clicked the button to share the live, like I do on my Instagram, I share my Instagram live. Doug Buden shares his Cooking Kibitz live, but some people go live and don't share it. Who was that? Remember when, was that Sutton Strack and Kathy Hilton that went live one time? They were like out at a wedding or out at dinner or something. And it was really weird Instagram live. I think they did not share it. So it's like you either saw it or you didn't. You know what I mean? Oh, Tiffany Chump says, per usual, Jeff is the one with the problem. LOL, Sam and Oscar are fine. Yeah, I mean, they're fine. They're going to another dating mixer. I think they're fine. Just like Frank and Jameson. He hasn't ragged on them in a while, but I really wonder if Jameson kind of said, look, like nip it in the butt. Because at this point, Jameson and Frank are public. So when Jameson posts, and he's got an open public Instagram, so does Frank. So anybody can, and he tags him, so everyone can go and see Frank's, and then they can DM him, whether he's private or not. I'm saying people know now Frank's, whose real name is Brandon Piper, his real Instagram, because Jameson tags him. So I'm sure they've had a nice, responsible, respectable conversation about, are you okay with me tagging you? Because that will mean chump listeners will DM you. They will, maybe take pictures of you if you're out and about, all the things. Are you okay with this amount of fame from being, a producer's boyfriend on the Jeff Lewis live show, right? Kind of like, but we get so invested in everybody, literally, like, everybody. Anyways. Oh, see, I'm going to quit saying anyways. Lacey J on TikTok said it's part of Jeff's shtick. I'm sure the workers get it. I don't know. I feel like Jeff likes to do something and not tell them. Like a lot of times on the commercial breaks, somebody will say something. He'll go, "Oh yeah, let's talk about that on the when we're live," because it's just a more natural conversation than it to be like played out. Like if Jeff wants to hear it and react to it live instead of talk about it, you know what I mean? Yes. Okay, what else? Cynthia Bailey. What do y'all think? Okay. So she just first of all, she's having a podcast with Crystal Minkoff that she announced that she wasn't supposed to announce. Not really excited about it. Like, I just don't know that we needed one more Bravo celebrity duo that's, I don't know, they'll probably be like, we're not going to talk about Housewives. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Cynthia, $8,600 something dollars to go on her birthday trip in February 2025 to Egypt. Now, it is 9 days, but I also wonder, how did they come up with the price? Like, don't ask me where Egypt is. It's somewhere in America, in the country. It's somewhere in the world. But if I'm flying from a small town, that the airport might cost more. Does that cost more than flying from New York City to Egypt? Like, how does everyone on those group type prices? It's in Africa. Oh, Egypt is? Wait, the flight's not included? Did you look it up? Aaron M. Roybal says the flight's not included. Why did I assume the flight was included? Okay, I did think $8,600 was probably a good price for 9 days, but I also wasn't sure what kind of accommodations. Like, is it Four Seasons? Is it, Marriott Spring Hill Resorts? I mean, is it how much food is included? I don't know. Did they even give a website? I mean, I feel like Jeff was making fun of her the whole time, and she's like, look, when I told you to promote this, I didn't want you to make fun of it. And I don't know. See, this is where if Jeff would have been excited about it and said, oh, it's 9 days, what a great deal, maybe I would have been excited. But I think Jeff's opinions about it probably, it affects people. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not that excited. Now, I'm not going to Egypt in February anyways. But I guess if you wanted to go to Egypt and you also love Cynthia Bailey and you also want to go in February of 2025, then why not combine all those things? Like, I love a cruise. I would absolutely do a cruise with like Bravo celebrities or like Jeff Lewis and the Chums. I mean, abso-freaking-lutely. I would even do it just with fans, just to hang out with other people that, love all this stuff. But I think it's going to be one of these situations that I've seen before where all of a sudden they just say it's been postponed and they don't talk about it ever again. In other words, we didn't sell enough tickets. Because at some point it's got to be worth it, right? She's got to be paid for herself. She said her daughter is like mid to late 20s. How old's her daughter? So her daughter's coming. Maybe some other Bravo celebrities are going to come. Not really sure. I don't know. Oh, okay. So, okay, what's the website? Did you look it up, Aaron? Or is it on Cynthia's Instagram or her profile maybe? The price drops for land only, or you can opt in to get airfare. Okay, that kind of makes sense. You know why? Because we all have the airlines we like. We all have the, first class or business or coach or flying this time. So it kind of makes sense that you book your own airfare, and then you can use miles if you have them, right? It's on her Instagram. So it's on Cynthia Bailey's Instagram about this Egypt trip. Is anyone in? I don't know. Yeah, I guess 8,600 isn't a ton. 9 days. Okay, I'm not good with math. What's 9 times 5? Just say $500 a night. That's $4,500 just for the hotel. Maybe it's 8 nights, 9 days. I'm not really sure. Anyways. Okay, see, now I just said anyways again. Didn't mean to. It's at the Four Seasons. Oh, okay. I've only stayed at the Four Seasons. Wait, have I stayed at the Four Seasons? No, I think I'm thinking of what's the other hotel? Oh, I can't touch this thing. So y'all, I did put the name of this. I found on a sheet of paper where they typed out the name because it's a really long, 2 different names. This medication that I talked about last week that I've talked about it for 2 months. This compound, I'm on twice a day, just this spot, but it's way redder. I think it's irritating the heck out of it. I think it's eating all the precancerous cells. But like this spot, she said is lighter. Now, I don't notice anything. I've only got moisturizer on, so no makeup. I think it's because I see it every day. But after a while, I can just use this once a week, and it's kind of like a slight chemical peel. So it will make my freckles a little bit lighter and my sunspots a little bit lighter. But it also eats up any precancerous cells that happen to come up, whether you can see them or not. So it's actually a really good thing. So anyways, I put this up on my Instagram story right now because everybody wanted the name, even though I typed it out. You can't pin a comment up high except on YouTube, I think. So on TikTok, the comment probably died down, and so did on Instagram. So anyways, why are y'all so quiet on YouTube today? Get to chatting. That's so true. Mary says lots of folks say anyways, but you, Sarah, be you, Sarah, not your critics. Thank you. For sure. Okay. On Jeff Lewis Extended today was Justin Martindale and Sarah Colonna together. I think this is the second time. I think they were just on together for the first time last week. Am I wrong with that? Who was Justin on for the first time recently? Obviously not our boy Ryan Bailey. They've been on together a lot. Anyways, but it opens up and Jeff is again talking about the special boarding of it all, and got lots of phone calls of people saying, I've done this, but here's why. And Jeff was like, no, I understand. Like one mom called in with her now 18-year-old son that's got lots of medical issues, and he's in a wheelchair, and talking about how people will basically be rude about that. Well, that's not what Jeff is talking about. That you can literally see, and why she would need extra time to do that. I don't know. Here's You Then says, is Extended getting scrapped soon? I actually think it's doing really well. I think a lot of us think this Extended show is sometimes better than the regular Jeff Lewis Live. So I don't know. I think the hard part is it being 2 hours Monday through Friday. And it's just a lot to squeeze in for a lot of people. I mean, that's for one person, not a podcast. It's not a podcast, radio show. It's 10 hours a week on just that. So it's a lot. So I think that's the only thing. But I think the hardcore, and Jeff has so many loyal hardcore fans, I think they're all listening to both hours. Tell me in comments, are you listening to both hours, or does it depend on who the co-hosts are? When it first started, a lot of you said you would only listen to the Extended, or they called it Jeff Lewis After Show at that point, if I said it was good. I think now a lot of people are realizing it's really good. Yes, Christina, he did. I think he pissed off some people with that. He said some interesting comments about the lady pilot. And I did like, even though he was making light of it, Jameson, I think it was, said something like, oh my gosh, you can imagine if she was on her period. You know, basically Jeff was, questioning the female pilot basically for several reasons. I watch it and listen at different times, not always live, Robin says. But do you listen to both hours? Oh, that's good. Carrie says, I only the first hour do you listen to, and then we watch, we do the rewatch on the TV. Wait, so you listen to both hours and then you watch the first hour on TV on the video? Now that's a lot, 3 hours. Wow. Because the video is not on Jeff Lewis Extended. They're not on video yet. Anyways, okay, we're going to finish up, but we will open it up to questions too in general. Today's Dog Day? Cecily, Cecily says, happy Dog Day. She's literally laying here not doing anything. Luna. I mean, not even moving, not even budging. Luna. Her left ear moved. That's it. Lulu. Just her left ear. Happy Dog Day. I didn't even know. I mean, I feel like every day is Dog Day. Every day is like Happy National Daughters Day, Happy Ice Cream Day. I mean, I don't know. Wait, how did I miss that? Oh, you know what? Was that at the very end? I think I have like 6 more minutes to listen to the Jeff Lewis Extended show. Topper says Sarah Colonna was talking about the guest list for her Christmas party being smaller this year. Heather not invited. I mean, oh, now she's up. Oh, because you're home. My kids are home from school. I didn't even hear you. Today's National Dog Day. Anyways, okay. Lori Virgin, are you a virgin? 55 says, I listen to both every day. Now, are you liking, okay, tell me this. Do y'all like Jeff Lewis extended more because Jeff and Shane are on the full hour now? Like, it's not just the first segment. Remember, they used to come on for the first commercial break and then they would leave. And now it's an absolute that unless they're traveling or have a meeting or something, they stay on. So thank y'all for wishing Luna a happy dog day, National Dog Day. That's sweet. I mean, I taught kindergarten and pre-K and PE. Mimi says, wait, I thought you were a teacher and you don't know where Egypt is? I mean, geography is not my thing. Math after 4th grade is not my thing. Oh, maybe 5th grade. Maybe I can do 6th grade math. No, is that like algebra? Yeah. Ugh. It's hard. Yes, Robin says it depends. I do enjoy watching the video. That's the only thing is I do wish the video was live because they don't edit it. You know what I mean? So I don't know why they can't just put the video out live. Like that would be awesome because what I end up doing, well, maybe they don't want to show the commercial breaks. I don't know. I don't know what it is because I do go back and I sometimes forget, but I go back when they put it out at night and watch the pre-show, the 2 commercial breaks, and then the after show because sometimes they say really fun stuff during those times. I mean, sometimes it's, just them like Jeff, like marking off, his content that he's talked about and stuff. Yeah. AUS Fly Girl says it kind of makes me sad. Are you talking about Heather and Sarah Colonna? I just want everyone to get along and have some fun. It does. I mean, I think in the beginning, Sarah Colonna was making it very clear. I think she had done a video or said something about her and Heather McDonald, like everything was fine, but it's been a while now that she is not on Heather McDonald and they don't make videos together. So I don't know. I mean, we have seen that now it's people that aren't super close in Jeff's super inner circle, but like we just saw a video, somebody sent it to me yesterday of Justin Martindale hanging out with Crystal Lamas. And Jeff talked about that recently. He's like, it's fine. We've talked about it. It's fine. I know they're friends, what have you. So, oh, Tiffany, they do. So Tiffany Chump says they cut some things out of the commercial break. Sometimes they do. And sometimes you can see they'll go away from the microphone because the ones that know how to do that, like Doug, he'll know, oh, I want to say this to you, but I don't want to say this, to all the fans, right? Okay, more than ever. So I've been telling you since Jeff keeps talking about Benihana that I want to go to Hibachi. I just think those restaurants are so fun. I think they're entertaining. It's not just the same old, same old. I'm not into sake at all, but the fact that he found this amazing restaurant in Hawaii to go to sounds great. It's probably a good thing that he doesn't get a free stay at the Four Seasons because he didn't really talk about anything in particular, but he talked about, I think every single night he was woken up by these automatic lights coming on, right? So I think that's why he doesn't like getting a deal or a free discount or a good discount. You know what I mean? AUS Fly Girl says, Sarah has been very cool through it all in private. With all that's happened and being close to Justin Martindale, maybe she made a choice okay, you love Justin. Yeah. I think that's hard because, yeah, I think they're all in the same-ish profession. I mean, Justin was opening basically for Heather McDonald. He was coming on her show. Sarah Colonna is a comedian, does live shows. She was on Juicy Scoop. So yeah, I do think at some point they kind of make they pick a side basically. Hey, Marita. Hello. Get back to work. Yvonne Gunn says, I love Justin too. He's so funny and seems so kind. He's very nice the few times I've met him. Love Justin and love his boyfriend, Ethan. Not Ethan, Evan. I was like, Ethan? Is that one of the Plathville names? The Plath? Ethan? Oh my God, there's so many. I don't even want to try to think of all of them. Anyways, well, thank you so much for joining live. It is so much fun to chat with y'all. Make sure you hit the subscribe button everywhere. Make sure to hit the like or the thumbs up button. I would really appreciate if you want to listen as a podcast. It's available in about 10 minutes after my show goes up. The replay goes up everywhere except for TikTok. Not my fault, TikTok's fault. But everywhere else it's available at Sarah from Texas podcast. Yeah, Ethan's, yeah, he's kind of boring too. A lot of them are. Anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow. Same place, same time. Bye, y'all. TikTok was trying to. Okay. Bye, TikTok. See you tomorrow. Bye, Instagram. And bye, YouTube and Facebook.